Like I want to rip my shirt off and go run around in a valley.
It's like me, bright and beautiful.
You decide who's a virgin and who's not a virgin.
Exactly.
But you can kiss me. It's okay. It's good.
Good morning from the open road here in Croatia. Today begins our Croatian road trip, and alongside me on this adventure is our local connection, our local plug. This is Goran. We'll hear a lot more from him later. Y también con su novia Tatiana de Medellín, Colombia, la tierra querida. And also we will have Tyler along with us on this trip. He gets in a couple of days. But first, we're heading down to Istria. Istria, correct?
Istra.
Istra. I always add
in English, Istra in Croatian.
We're heading to the southwest coast of Istra, and the first stop is Pula. We have about a 3-hour drive from Zagreb to get there. I'm not gonna bore you with all the details of this gorgeous, gorgeous road, but I will show you a little bit from the sky, and then let's get to Pula. Listen, there's a lot I want to show you from this incredible region of Croatia, so I better move things along quickly. Starting at the southern tip of the Istrian Peninsula in the county's largest city, Pula. Ya llegamos. Tell me, where
We
are
are
we?
in Pula, which is one of the most beautiful cities, especially in the eastern part of Croatia. And now we will see here the biggest Colosseum in the world, which is still in perfect shape, something Rome doesn't even have. It's also the first time for me, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Look at this, a natural first day up. Vamos. The best kept, best maintained Roman Colosseum in the entire world, yeah? And it's larger than the Roman Colosseum in Rome, correct?
Yeah, that's what I heard and read.
That's what we heard and read. So it's gotta be true.
It should be, yeah.
This is such an impressive sight, and it has a fraction of the people as the Roman Colosseum. There's dozens of people here versus hundreds and hundreds, and if you go outside you can see everything inside of the stadium itself. It's a little bit more expensive to go inside, but from right outside for free you can walk around the entire premises, and it is gorgeous and so well preserved. This is our local friend Renata. Renata, what do you call someone from Pula? A Pulense?
Pulejan.
Pulejan.
Pulejan, and I'm a Pulejanka.
Born and raised here in Pula, and she's taken us around a little bit. Tell me the legends of the arena here.
There was the Roman Emperor Vespasian, and it's said that he was so much in love with the local slave from here. To conquer her heart, he built the arena for the gladiators.
You would be impressed if a man built you a
Yeah,
Colosseum,
of course.
right? With Renata, we get a really interesting viewpoint of the city. She tells us that Pula has always been a major chess piece in controlling this region. While the city's population is only around 50,000 people, it was a significant Roman port under Julius Caesar and for all the empires that followed, including the Franks, Venetians, Austrians, and so on. Pula has a long tradition of winemaking, shipbuilding, and fishing. And speaking of, cue lunch. Renata, tell me everything.
So we are in a local restaurant. The name is Veritas, wine and bar. Gareth is having his brancin. This is the most popular actually fish here in our area. This is Swiss chard, right?
Swiss
we call
chard.
it blitva.
Side note, before I dive into this, if you ever are in the area, you have to come to Renata's painting class.
Oh, thank
on
you
the
so
beach.
much. It's a watercolor workshop on the beach.
You have to come, check it out. We don't have time, we have to keep moving, but look at this. Well, I just did this when we were waiting. But in the meantime, let's dive in to this branzino. Give it a little taste test here. Look at that beautiful white fish. Oh my gosh. The fish itself, crazy light, but with the garlic and the olive oil, that adds a serious punch to it. And the Swiss chard with this incredibly fresh local sea bass. Dunk it in this olive oil. That is good. Now, while the history buff inside me would love to stay and explore Pula all day, as I mentioned, we got a lot of ground to cover in this area, so we share a quick, ridiculously tasty gelato with Renata, and then press on to our next destination. But before this melts, I just want to say thank you
You're welcome.
This is-
I'm really glad.
I really love Pula. If you guys have a chance, come
I
here.
hope you come again to visit us.
We'll be back. In the meantime, we gotta eat this. We have made it.
We are in Rovinjsko Selo, which is a few kilometers outside of the fantastic, beautiful city of Rovinj. And now we will spend 2 nights here, right?
Yeah, 2 nights.
Yeah, it's totally beautiful. The region is so green and we're gonna have an amazing time. Get a shower, change, and enjoy the beautiful sunset of Rovinj.
Let's go in and give you a little quick room tour. Well, first we got the patio set. Nice living room, the kitchen, bathroom, shower, the bedroom, number 1, number 2. Whoa. Here's Tatiana. There's bedroom number 2. Beautiful. We have made it down to Rovinj. In this location, the main feature is a church on top of all of these orange, yellow, and tan houses. A ton more people over here. It's beautiful, right along the water, lots of boats, many swimmers. Little restaurants dotted along this incredible promenade. Walking up through Rovinj, look at these towns. Beautiful. Trying to escape the crowds. It is pretty busy here, but rightfully so. All of these winding streets, absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful, man. It's so beautiful.
Such an impressive place, and it all funnels up to the church. All of these old buildings just stacked on top of each other, and these tiny little staircases that wind your way up to the pinnacle, which is right here. And now we have reached the top of the top. Here's the church, a bunch of people up here for sunset. And it is gorgeous. The sea all around, little islands dotted across, orange roof buildings. Let's go inside of this church here.
We'll actually have more time in Rovinj tomorrow night, but for now we just wanted to come up to the church and enjoy sunset. And then it's right back home to prepare for a full-on food day in the morning.
Good morning. From the foothills of the town of Motovun, about a 45-minute drive away from Rovinj. This is like the Tuscany of Croatia. And I always hate when people are like, oh, it's the this of this country, but it really does feel like Tuscany. You have these olive trees everywhere. You have grapevines just dotted across these rolling hills. Everything is so green. We are at a small truffle farm, and those barking dogs are truffle hunting dogs. Our first stop today is to go out and find ourselves some truffles for lunch. Starting the day here with truffles and brandy.
Brandy with mistletoe. Welcome.
Mistletoe brandy. Do you have to kiss afterwards, yes?
Yeah, but
Or only if it's a head?
If it's yeah. But you can kiss me. It's okay. It's good.
Oh, it makes it extra tasty.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're
Whoa, that
welcome.
is strong. A little brandy at 9:30 in the morning to
In
get our
Motovun.
In Motovun?
The very nice place in Istria.
Can't go wrong. Now we're gonna head out into the woods, do some truffle hunting.
Of course.
Hopefully we get lucky.
I hope.
I just got lucky, so.
Yeah.
Here we go. Off on a truffle hunt in the Croatian countryside. This is honestly one of the things I look forward to most when planning this trip.
We are off into the forest. We're actually going out to track the tracker.
Exactly. We have to track the truffle.
We gotta
hunter.
track the tracker.
Miro, his name is Miro.
Miro, and this is Goran. He's our
Goran.
fearless leader here today. Again, we got the full team. There's Goran number 1.
Hey guys.
This is Goran number 2. All right, let's go track down the hunter.
Miro and his trusty dogs take us into the Istrian forest and through his land to show us the extensive hunting and gathering process.
So these are all oak trees that he has planted, and that's where, at the base of the oak trees, that's where the truffles grow. So he's planted all these. These are very young oak trees.
He tells us that while black truffles can be cultivated, the even higher value white truffles are completely wild here. And even though this isn't the season for them, the team is able to track down one small white truffle while we're on the move.
Just found a very small white truffle. Look at this thing.
It's very good.
The goal, however, is set on the in-season black truffles, and sure enough, the good boys come through.
Yeah. You see?
This is what Miro just found. He just pulled it out, a black truffle.
The smell is wonderful. Yeah. You see the earthy tones, and it has nothing to do with the
Whoa.
truffle oil that you are used to.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like a mushroom.
Very, I can't even place that unique
Yeah,
smell.
it's complex.
And then how
Yeah.
much is this on the market?
This is black summer truffle, so this is maybe, it's not that expensive, it's 600 euros per kilo.
Uh-huh.
This is maybe
That's pretty.
20 grams, I think 10 euros or something.
Hide this. Put this in your pocket.
Okay, great.
The dueña, the owner of the house, just made truffled eggs for us to try before we move on, with tons of olive oil, tons of butter, tons of truffles. I don't think I've ever felt so rich in my life. Just huge truffle shavings all over these eggs. Honestly, this is way beyond my pay grade. I can't afford this next bite.
It's very delicious, man. I've never tried truffles like that, but I imagined it to be like more intense, the taste.
Yeah.
But everybody was talking like so intense, so intense. But it's very delicious. It's like not exaggerated. I like it.
We got black truffles with cream. We have truffle cheese, truffle salami with local ox. We got black truffle spread, white truffle spread, and is this local?
Malvasia wine.
Malvasia wine. Julie. The olive oil.
This is, you know, a little bit different.
Goran number 2 is a certified olive oil taster.
Exactly.
right.
So I'm the one who says if the olive oil is extra a virgin or not.
You decide who's a virgin and
Exactly.
who's not a virgin.
Exactly. Yeah, this olive oil that we tried is the real shit. It's not the one that you can buy everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. Alright, we got white truffle spread on the bread with the real shit olive oil.
And a bit of
Yeah.
truffle salt on top.
Oh. That's unbelievable. What's really cool is it tastes like the land that we just came from. It tastes like the forest. It tastes like we've just been walking through the woods. Like we got mud and dog poop on our shoes. It tastes like the earth. It's so hard to define, but it's such a unique flavor. That is truly incredible. Fueled up on truffles and olive oil, we traverse across the country roads to visit another culinary artist out in seemingly the middle of nowhere. And the next stop on our illustrious tour across Istria, this is the goat farm.
The goat farm, and they have a garden, and they have the best cheese in the whole country. I would say
world.
Yeah.
You told me off camera that the French are terrible. And this is Aleš. Aleš is the owner, the proprietor, the goat man, the goat father.
The goat father.
On the surface, it looks like Aleš is running a pretty modest little farm with an eccentric love for goats. That is until you get inside and see how serious he is about the operation. Whoa! Look at this! Oh my god! This is a whole secret hideaway of cheese.
100% no pasteurization, no milk, ecological farm last 15 years.
It's at this moment that I completely black out on goat cheese, while Aleš proceeds to just absolutely bury me in bold flavors.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
It's a strong flavor. I happen to love strong flavored cheeses. The older, the stinkier, the better.
We have it.
And this is
Don't do it too
rich.
much.
You will
get it.
get destroyed.
Don't speak too soon.
Don't speak too soon.
Oh boy. Wait, what? Is this bread?
It's 4 years.
4 years? Oh, what's this one?
That's difficult to say.
This one here was closed in clay for 2 years without oxygen. This is crazy. All right, now we're getting aggressive. Holy! I don't know how I can explain this.
Quite difficult, yeah.
It's spicy,
Bitter.
bitter. The top, the roof of your. Yeah, good call. Ginger. I am fascinated by that. It tastes like the woods. It tastes like a goat. Animalistic. Like I want to rip my shirt off. and go run around in a valley. I'm even starting to sweat a little bit. Whew.
Special procedure makes you really angry.
It's almost like a kimchi. What kimchi does, the fermentation and how it just creates this funk. Yeah? That's the best way to describe it. That one, funky. As I said, I liked them, the older and stinkier, the better. And he's like, watch this. I'm about to punch you in the face.
Taste buds on high alert, we continue our rural journey with one final stop for lunch at a Croatian konoba, or traditional farm-to-table tavern. Wait, show me. What do we got?
We have a truffle bag.
Let me see. Hold
And
it up.
then we'll give this to the lady in the kitchen so that she enhances our truffle pasta.
Jackpot.
First things first.
Hello.
We're getting a
Welcome
tour
to Sveti Petar.
with Antonia.
Yeah. We have everything homemade, so all circle. Of course, we have animals, our own cereals, so making bread every day homemade, for making pasta, vegetables from the garden, and we put on the table only what we have that day in the garden.
You have this quaint little tavern downstairs, but then up here it's like this industrial.
Small factory.
It looks like a hideout, like a secret spy hideout. Oh,
This is
what? Take a moment to see a full process of direct. This is about as farm to table as it gets.
and everything is, like I said, from home. We have prosciutto, dry pork loin, pork neck, homemade salami, sausages.
This looks the most interesting. Homemade sausages with onion relish on top and a garlic cream all over the top of this lightly toasted bread. Antonia,
Yes. Yummy.
you're a magician. You watched the last pizza episode, you know that not everybody's a big fan of prosciutto, but when done right, there's so many levels to prosciutto. A lot of times you get it out of a grocery store or something, or a restaurant, and it's very chewy and stringy.
Chewy and plastic.
Plastic.
This one is so humid, like it melts in your mouth. Juicy.
Yeah. It all comes down to the mold. The mold is where it's at. Alright, we have 3 different types of pasta. The first one I have to dive in first, I'm sorry. But raviolis with sausage and sage. How do you say, oh my god, in Croatian?
Oh Bože.
Oh, bože. And this other one with cheese and topped with shredded truffle. This is the result. You can tell they're homemade, absolutely perfect. And the third pasta, prosciutto, arugula. And what's this type of pasta?
Ljukanci, we call it.
Like a very thin, long gnocchi. Wow. One terrible / great thing about Croatia is at the end of every meal, they serve you a shot. It's terrible and it's wonderful. I like the shot glass too. Okay, let's keep moving.
And just like that, we finished the day back in Rovinj and thought, why not keep the gluttony going? So I joined my local friend Ella at her favorite gelato spot right along the water. Foreshadowing, we pretty much end every day here in Croatia with gelato. But thankfully, especially with this spot, the extra calories are 100% worth it.
We don't use bases of colorants or additives or anything. This is what it is. We made it meal, we make it from scratch. We don't use industrial products. We buy strawberries, we use strawberries to make gelato.
Amazing.
It's like me, bright and beautiful.
How does it taste?
It's raspberry. 100% raspberry.
Ella and I find a spot along the coast to enjoy some ice cream, watch the sunset, and talk about life here in Croatia. And then Goran comes to tell me that it's the perfect time for a swim, just completely overlooking the increase in risk that we have to sink to the bottom after the day we've just been through.
Right after ice cream, perfect time to get in a swimsuit.
Yeah, I'm ready for the beautiful sea.
You ready to get in?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go for a swim. Luckily, Colombia's cheese is horrible. And just like that, as the sun is setting here over Rovinj, after a full-on day, this is where I'm gonna say goodbye for this episode. In the middle of the Adriatic Sea, Goran is here.
Is there a better way to finish the day?
This is the best way to finish the day.
Totally, man.
I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you go over to Goran's channel and check his stuff out. It's very, very good. Very informational.
Feel free to visit me, guys.
Check him out. Subscribe. Hit that like button. All that good stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And just like that, I'll see you guys next week. Travel deeper. From the open road here in Croatia, we have... All right, I better spit this out.
But it's just a huge piece of water with the bread.
It's for wine.
Hold on. Time out.
Here it says, don't spit on the ground. Use the spit object, kind of, and then there's here on the ground.
That's you're supposed to spit into that?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
I have never seen it before, but maybe it used to be normal like 200 years ago.
It's a COVID thing, so you don't spit on each other.
You can do whatever you want.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to
You
take
can
my
even
shirt
sell
off
if
and
you want.
dive
Yeah,
in there.
okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, we can open it.
Open it up. Open it up. I'm coming in.
Yeah, it's
For
like
example, I hate Americans
You hate Americans. There it is. Cut.
drinking games. American
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
games, where they put this
funnel. Yeah.
the funnel and they drink.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I kept thinking you were saying you can see. Like, well, you just wait.
No.
I'm like, why doesn't he just tell me?
You can see.
You can see. I'm like, why isn't he telling me what the type of pasta? I just want to know. You can see. You can see. Wow.
You can see.
Here in Istria, I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna get it one of these days. Istria.
Yeah, Istra.
I cut out the I. Istra.
Istra.
I'm gonna get it. One more I. But
One.
it's Istria in English.
Yeah, or Italian, Spanish, German. Similar in German, Istrian.
Uh-huh.
They all use the second I, but in Croatian not.
Okay, so I'm semi-accurate. Not fully immersed yet, but you know.
Yeah, we close.
I'm still a
Your
tourist.
Croatian is improving.
It's getting better. Hvala.
Molim, nema na čemu.